He thought time was endless, like sand on a beach, until it slipped through his fingers. And with it, everything he loved was gone. Eamon was 28, living in a small apartment in a bustling city. He had dreams once: a tech startup, a novel he'd write, a trip to the mountains with his father. But those dreams were always for later. Work was demanding, Netflix was easy, and scrolling on his phone filled the gaps. Time, he thought, was his to waste. He'd say, "I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow never came. His mother called every Sunday. "Aman, come home. Your father misses you," she'd plead. He'd promised to visit soon, but work emails or a late-night party always came first. His father, Ravi, was a quiet man, a retired teacher who loved gardening. Aman meant to spend a weekend with him, learning about his life, his stories. But there was always time for that, wasn't there? At work, Aman was average. He could have been great. He was smart, creative. But he procrastinated. A big project came up, a chance to lead a team and earn a promotion. He delayed preparing, thinking he'd cram the night before. The presentation was a mess. His boss gave the role to someone else. "You're talented, Aman," she said, "but you don't use your time well." He shrugged it off. There'd be other chances. His best friend Priya noticed his drift. She was chasing her dream, building a small bakery. "Aman, you're stuck," she said over coffee. "You keep waiting for the perfect moment. Life doesn't work like that." He laughed, promising to start his startup soon. But he didn't. Instead, he spent evenings gaming, telling himself he was recharging. Time passed. Aman turned 30. His dreams felt heavier, like stones in his chest. He ignored them, burying himself in distractions. Then one rainy evening, his phone rang. It was his mother, her voice trembling. "Aman, come home. Your father, he's gone." A heart attack, sudden and final. Ravi was 62. Aman rushed to his childhood home, the air thick with grief. His mother sat quietly, holding Ravi's old gardening gloves. "He always waited for you," she whispered. "He kept saying, 'A man will come soon.'" The words cut deep. A man walked to the garden, where his father's roses still bloomed. He knelt in the dirt, tears falling. He'd promised to visit. He'd promised to listen. Now there were no more Sundays. The funeral was a blur. Friends and neighbors shared stories of Ravi's kindness, his patience. Aman realized he barely knew his father. He'd spent years chasing nothing, while the man who raised him slipped away. Time wasn't endless. It was cruelly finite. That night, Aman couldn't sleep. He saw his life clearly for the first time. Missed chances at work, friends he'd drifted from, dreams he'd abandoned. His health was slipping too. Late nights and junk food had left him tired, out of shape. He was alive, but he wasn't living. Time was the thief he'd invited in. The next morning, Eamon made a choice. He wouldn't waste another hour. He started small, waking up early, making a plan. He wrote down his dreams: the startup, the novel, a healthier life. Each day he took one step. He quit scrolling endlessly, deleted apps that stole his focus. He worked on his startup idea, building a prototype after work. It was hard, but every hour felt alive. He visited his mother often, helping in the garden where his father's roses grew. They talked for hours, sharing memories of Ravi. Aman learned his father had been proud of him, even when he faltered. "He believed in you," his mother said. Those words fueled him. At work, Aman changed. He prepared for projects, spoke up in meetings. His boss noticed. 6 months later, he led a new team. The startup grew too. A small app that helped people organize their goals. It wasn't huge, but it was his. He wrote his novel at night, page by page. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. Aman ran every morning, eating better, feeling stronger. He reconnected with Priya, helping at her bakery on weekends. She smiled, seeing the older man, the one with fire in his eyes. "You're finally living," she said. He nodded, grateful. 2 years later, a man stood at his father's grave, holding a copy of his published novel. He dedicated it to Ravi. "I'm sorry I wasted time," he whispered, "but I'm using it now." He wasn't rich or famous, but he was present. Every hour mattered. A man became a new man. Not perfect, but disciplined, grateful. He knew time was his most precious gift. He spent it on what mattered: love, growth, purpose. He'd lost years, but he wouldn't lose more. You can earn money again. You can rebuild your health. But the time you waste, you never get it back. Every hour is a chance to become who you're meant to be. Don't wait for tomorrow. Start now.